Hello, welcome to the second tutorial on how to use the platform porting capabilities of Ultra Game template. And in this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how can we add modes. Let me save all. How can we add modes to our or any other platforms? Because as you see, okay, for example, here in PS5, if I'm playing in PS5, I have two modes, performance and fidelity, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is actually do the opposite. We're going to nuke some modes. So what if you don't want modes in any platform? Super easy. So what I'm going to do is let's nuke PS5 fidelity video and let's nuke this part over here, control click, and I put this here, okay. And now the configure PS5 performance video. What I'm going to do is nuke fidelity, bye-bye. It was nice meeting you. And now we are just going to call this PS5, okay? And we're going to call this also PS5. That's it. Believe it or not, we are done, but we have a little problem. If we are testing our game on a PS5, there are going to be some errors. So if I click play, say, hey, UGT console video settings menu has some errors. So let's expand this, okay? And let's start fixing those errors, because those errors, the problems are because I just deleted some functionality for this button. And you know that you can also disable buttons globally, but for this console modes, I really advise you to actually delete the buttons for real, because it's going to make things work more efficiently. So now we have PS5 performance, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this button, I'm going to click suppress, and I'm going to compile this, going to put more errors, okay? And what I'm going to do is just start clicking those errors, and this is the functionality for the button PS5 mode. So everything, bye-bye. Okay, let's keep compiling, and then we go to the next error, and here it say, hey, the button PS5 mode doesn't exist, don't worry. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to put this here, okay. And that's fantastic. And then we have a last error, which is I'm going to click here, and all these nodes over here, okay, I'm going to nuke them, not the Series 6 mode, okay. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to reconnect here. What we just deleted was essentially the functionality of the button and the load buttons function for when you enter this mode, and this is the default settings, which is the default settings to apply when the player clicks set default settings, okay? So that's how you delete modes for consoles, if you want to delete those modes, of course. And then what we can do is we can actually create new modes. And for example, to keep things simple, let's do this for the Nintendo Switch, because it doesn't have any mode, okay? But you could do it for any other platform. And the first thing we need is an option to have that mode, okay, in the video save settings. So to do that, the first thing we are going to need is we're going to go to Ultra Game template, blueprints, enums, and we're going to go to video setting enums, and then platform configuration enums. And I'm going to just duplicate PS5 mode, and I'm going to call this switch underscore mode, okay? And I'm going to click switch mode, okay? And performance, fidelity, for me, they are okay. Okay, let's leave it like so. And the next step we need to do is we have to go to Ultra Game template, and we go to save games. And in UGT video saves, we need to create another variable, and I'm going to call this switch mode, okay? And we're going to create this, and we're going to assign the kind of the enum we just created, which is switch mode, okay? And by default, it's going to be performance. That's fantastic, okay? So now we have this done, and things look great. So what would be the next step? So we have this in the video settings, we have the enum created, and we come here, And we copy this function over here, get video save settings. And of course, we want to get the get switch mode. Okay. And with the get switch mode, we are going to switch. And we're going to switch on switch mode. And as you can see, we have our options. And before configuring this like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab switch, configure switch, and we're going to say configure switch performance. And we are going to go here, and we are going here, and we're going to go here and configure switch fidelity. Okay, fantastic. You are not seeing this because there's my webcam, but I'm just changing the name of this event here. Instead of switch, I'm going to put here switch fidelity because it is important to keep things in order. And here we're going to put switch performance. Fantastic. Okay. And you know, this should be stupid proof. So performance, we go here, we put performance and say configure switch performance video fidelity, and let me search for switch fidelity. Switch fidelity. Okay, and we are done here. Okay, but we need a player to be able to configure this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go again to UGT console video settings. Okay. And in console video settings, for example, let me duplicate this button because it's very similar. And button series 6 mode, I'm going to duplicate and I'm going to rename button switch underscore mode. Okay, fantastic. And let's say button text is switch performance. Okay, and here we have console performance and fidelity, which is okay. If you want more modes, of course, you have to add them there and also add them to the enumeration and the video settings menu. All right, but for now, it's fantastic. So the next step is we are going to have this button, and we're going to say to this button, we don't want this button to be enabled on Series X. We're going to uncheck this, and we're going to check this button on Nintendo Switch. That's incredible. Okay, we're almost there, and now we have to do some blueprint coding, very light blueprint coding, as you'll see. And of course, I forgot, but once you have these two modes, please make some different settings over here, or otherwise it's not going to be worth it. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Maybe, okay, switch performance, let's say everything to low or whatever, you know, but you should do this well thought and carefully tailor-made for your game. Anyway, we go to console video settings, and in switch performance enabled, with only this button enabled, we're going to go to graph, and we are going to do some things. But instead of that, what we're going to first do is in switch performance, in the style mode of UMG, we're going to go down until UGT list dispatcher. We click this plus icon, okay, and this will give me the functionality of my switch, brand new switch button. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to the selected option, I'm going to switch on integer, and because my button only has two options, I'm going to put two options. And this is super simple, UGT video save. I'm going to set switch mode, and one will be performance, and another one will be fidelity. By default, because I've done the first one is performance, and the second one is going to be fidelity. And what we need to do is we're going to copy these two, and we will call the functions to set the switch. Switch, and then configure switch performance video, and then switch, we have configured switch fidelity. So we put this here, we lower this, and we put this here, and that's amazing. And we are almost done here. We need to integrate a couple more things in this menu. super easy. In load buttons and video, what we need to do is add the new option for the Nintendo Switch button, and we're going to go to button Nintendo Switch mode, and then we're going to add the force change option. We're going to call this function here. And this is actually super easy because what we need to do is go here in UGT video save, and we are going to go here and we are going to do get switch mode, and we are going to make this variable to an integer and connect this here. So this will load the current switch mode, which is fantastic. Okay. And then we are going to go again in set default settings. And here is a little bit more complicated, but see, it's not that complicated. Again, we need our Nintendo Switch button, where it is, switch mode. Here we go. And we have to make the same as here. So I'm going to copy the is visible and default option because we are going to need those nodes. So let's put this here. Let's put this here. Let's connect this here. And honestly, I don't remember what it was on. We have to force change option. Okay. So we force change option. Okay. And we put this here. And when we do force change option, we set this here. And then we need to set the video save, and the video save, it's super easy. We need to go and set from the video save, set switch mode. And then you have to do a little byte conversion. So default option, let's say 2 byte, fantastic. And then if we connect this, it will transform to the correct switch enumeration, okay? And finally, what we need to do is we get the UGT game instance, okay? And then we do the switch mode, and the default one is performance. The first one is performance, so let's go to performance. And that's really it. Then we connect this with this, we connect this with this, and we are done. And what this is doing is, if this button is hidden in any other platform, please don't make any of this functionality once we click the reset button. Okay. And that's amazing. That's fantastic. Now we have switch mode, okay, with save. And we're going to test Nintendo Switch. And as you can see, now I can play. And I can go to settings, console video, and I have switch mode performance. I can have fidelity. I can reset to default, or I can go again to fidelity. And now this setting actually stays. If I go to fidelity, why doesn't it stays there? Perhaps because in console video settings, we need to change it. Okay, I think that's what is going on. Indeed. So here we also need to save and apply console video. So after we do that, sorry for that, we need to put this here, and also we need to put this here. And now the mode should be saved. Let's see if this is right, or save video and apply video. I think it's going to be correct. Console video, fidelity. Now I'm going back, and now setting console video, and now we have fidelity. Sorry, I forgot those little 2 nodes over there. Okay, and if we reset to default, things are working great. Fantastic. So that's how you add a new mode, or you disable some modes for the console of or platform of your choice. Let's leave it here, and in the next tutorial we are actually going to see how to add new platforms or consoles, but this is something that we will see in the next tutorial.